I sent Coach Griffin my tapes, but he doesn't have a VHS player to play them, so he couldn't play them for y'all. Like I said, my name's Ryan Wynn. I am from Rappahannock. I went to Essex High School before any of y'all were born. I was like walking in the old gym, and I was hoping we were going to talk there because 25 plus years ago, I scored 27 my freshman year there, so that was my career high at the time. But it was great. Coach Griffin just wanted me to talk to y'all a little bit about what you're doing now and how that transitions to what you're going to do for the rest of your life. The first thing I would tell you before we get to that is that you should enjoy this time. You're younger now than you'll ever be again. Every practice goes by, there's one less practice you have. Every game that goes by, there's one less game you have. It is ridiculous how much money I would pay. I would pay thousands of dollars just for one more time to play. Play in a big game. You come out and you get a crowd going wild. So y'all have the opportunity. So make the most of it. And what I learned, playing, at Essex and different courts around here in the fields, I learned more playing sports than I ever did in a classroom. Now don't tell your teachers. I don't want to hear Coach Griffin, somebody told their teachers that you brought this guy to talk to you and say, hey, don't listen to class. That's not what I'm saying. But I learned more playing sports around here than I did in class in high school, college, or in law school. There are lessons you learn. I learned especially lessons about hard work and that if you want something, you need to work for it. That comes to a lot of things you do in life. That's everything. That's just not basketball or any other sport. It's everything in life. The person that wants it the most and is willing to work the hardest is generally going to get it. Whether that's a rebound, a win, making a shot, same thing. So a lot of lessons I learned playing on courts like this have transitioned to me being a lawyer. My own law firm, I do personal injury work. I have offices, 4 offices throughout Virginia. And a lot of the lessons I learned, probably the most important one is that there's a lot of things you cannot change. You can't change how tall you are, how fast you are, how high you can jump, how quick you are, anything like that. But there's 2 things that you should always pride yourself on, what I pride myself on, is that no one should ever outwork you. And nobody should ever want it more than you do. Those are 2 things that you can control. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? And how hard are you willing to work to get it? Right now, at the end of the season, you'll feel 1 or 2 pains. Either you'll feel the pain of discipline, that you were disciplined during the season, and that you did everything you could to be the best player, to be the best teammate, to give yourself and your team the best chance to win. And if you did it, that's all you can do. That's what life's about. You do all you can, and then let the cards fall where they may. Or you'll feel the pain of regret. You'll be there after the season, maybe you lost in the district tournament, and you're like, man, I wish I would have worked harder in practice. Well, I wish I would have listened to the coach. Well, I wish I didn't go out with that girl the night before, whatever. You'll have that pain. I know y'all know Coach Brian is. He talks all the time. Just go YouTube him and listen to what he would do, how much he would sacrifice to be what he was. There's a coach, John Wooden from UCLA. I still remember in my high school geometry class, this quote. Coach John Wooden, y'all can Google him later. He said, do not let what you can't do interfere with what you can do. So you need to focus on what you can do. Focus on the 2 things I talked about. How much you want it and how hard you're going to work for it. And I do that every day. Melanie and myself, we do that every day at our law firm. There might be people smarter than me, just like there were people that could jump high, or do this or do that. But every day, every case we have, just like every game, nobody ever wanted it more, and nobody was willing to sacrifice as much as I was. So I hope y'all just take that away, those couple things, man. And like I said, enjoy it. There are a lot of people, I'm sure your parents, your uncles, your older brothers will tell you about how much they miss playing sports in high school. It's a great time. Make sure you enjoy it, get the most out of it, and make sure you look back and don't have any regrets. That you were willing to discipline yourself, to sacrifice, and that you can look back You can say, I did all I could do. I did the best. And in the end, that's what life's all about. It's just looking back and saying, I did the best I could with what God gave me. So I wish y'all the best. I wish Coach the best. I hope y'all, I know y'all had a rocky start to the season, but you got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting. You got to get up. You got to keep standing. What happened last night, the game before, it doesn't matter. It's all about the next play. You got to just keep on. The same way, whether when you get a job one day, or you have to become a lawyer, whatever you do, you just got to keep on moving forward every day. All right, man. Well, I wish y'all the best, man. I don't have anything else, Coach, you really say. You want to get a picture?
Yeah, I'd love to get a picture.